Hey guys, it's your girl Shonna Etienne, the founder of the Center for Counseling and Holistic Services and the owner of Cultivate, Elevate, Activate, where I help new and inspiring entrepreneurs transform their business pain into profit. So I took notes so I won't be off track. I want to make sure I focus, and I wrote down 5 things I want to share with you guys today. How I first started in business. I used to go to Panera Bread every day for lunch to work on my business, one thing at a time. Whether I was watching a webinar, YouTube, I working on designing business cards, I building my website. I went there and I made sure I diligently focus on my business every day. Panera Bread is also the place where I used to go to meet with my accountability partner. And having this accountability partner, it has helped me to stay focused in my business. And for those of you who do not know what an accountability partner is, it is somebody who is working on their business goals as well. Somebody who wants to see you win just like you want to see them win. And this person keeps you accountable. This person keeps you on track. So the point I want to make in this first point is get yourself an accountability partner and use your time wisely. Every ounce of time you get that you can breathe, take that time to invest it into building your business and get yourself an accountability partner. Number 2, today also reminded me of my humble beginnings, how I started from nowhere, not having any money to where I am today. And it didn't happen overnight. It required me to put forth some effort. So I'm going to say this is my point I'm going to make with my second point. You must have a vision and a desire to want to fire your boss and start your own company. Do not just say you want to work for yourself because that's what everyone is saying nowadays, and it sounds nice. You must actually believe that that's something that you want to do, and you actually have to put yourself in a position to do that. And how you get yourself in a position is first having a vision. What do you vision yourself doing? And have a desire. That desire has to be so strong that you can do this for free. That is so important. And while you're doing this, you must stay diligent and don't ever give up. I stayed diligent in my process, and I saw the fruits of my labor within 6 to 8 months. That was from me using my lunch breaks wisely, me leaving the office, going to Panera Bread with my computer. So I came on purpose with intention, sit down, and no matter what it is, I could say, you know what, I'm going to just spend the next half an hour writing my business plan or writing a portion of my business plan. That's what I would do. I would spend a half an hour just listening to webinars, watching people on YouTube, just like you guys do. I would do the same thing diligently, but I did it with a purpose. So many people just spend their time being entertained that they are not investing it in their business. You have to have this vision and a desire, and you have to be diligent about it. And if you do that, I promise you, you will see the fruits of your labor just like I did. Today, I am a full-time entrepreneur on my own, not working for anybody. I work for myself. So that is so important that you know, as long as you have a vision and a desire and you stay the course, you too will be in a position to fire your boss. The point number 3, I met a girl today at Panera Bread, and she allowed me to just pick her brain because she was sitting there by herself for a long time, so I had no idea what she was doing. Come to find out, she was waiting for the manager because she just got hired at Panera Bread. And this is a young girl. When I say young girl, she was around my daughter's age, and my daughter's in college. So to me, she's a young girl. And she told me that she desires to be her own boss, but she feels that it's so complicated and it takes too much. It's so hard to do. So sometimes she just doesn't put forth the effort because she doesn't see it happening. That is mistake number 1. So I want you guys to know you have to believe in yourself. That is point number 3. If you do not believe in yourself, no one else will. And even though she desires to be a teacher, she has succumbed to working at Panera Bread. And here's the mistake that many people make. Here's another point I'm going to make in this third point of this video is do not limit your beliefs. Do not limit your beliefs. The fact that she wants to be a teacher, but she believes that she has to go to college and get a college degree in order for that to happen, is putting her in a bad position. It is putting her in a losing position. Yes, if you want to be a traditional teacher, you have to go to college and get your teacher certification before you can start teaching if you want to be a traditional teacher. But teaching is so much more than that. Do not limit yourself to the four walls. You can teach people every day. You don't need someone to give you a job as a teacher to validate you and have you believe that you've made it now because somebody has given you a job to teach. If you have a desire to teach, you can teach in any capacity, in any setting, and you don't have to be hired as somebody's employee in order to do that. So here's the fourth point I'm going to make. Don't complicate the process. It is not as difficult for you to accomplish your desires and your goals as you are making it out to be. It is not that challenging. Like I said to this young lady at Panera Bread today, I told her, get a pen and paper because I want you to take notes. Because if I never see you again, I want you to at least have this. And I want to give this gift to you for talking to me. This is what I said to her. I need you to start breaking things down in the simplest of forms. And this message goes out to you guys as well. This young lady is getting a job at Panera Bread where she's probably going to make $7, $8 an hour to do what? To do what? You have to dedicate 20 to 40 hours at a job to get pennies and a paycheck. So I made it very simple for her. I said, for the sake of numbers, let's just say after taxes, you bring home $300 in your check, but you get paid every 2 weeks and you work 20 hours a week. And I said, how many hours would you work for your paycheck? She said 40 hours. And I said, the only thing you're bringing home after pay, that's your net profit. After taxes, your net profit, you're bringing home $300. So she wrote down the number 300. And I said, and how many hours you have to work in that pay period to get that? She said 40 hours. I said, okay, now divide 300 by 40. She got back 7.5. That means in order for her to get $300 after taxes for working 40 hours a week in 2 weeks, she will only be worth $7.50. Is it worth it? You can create that on your own by teaching other people, and that will make you a teacher. So I showed her how it's that simple. Just imagine you formed your own mentorship group for girls and boys where you teach them the daily living skills that they're going to need to be successful in life. You teach them mannerisms. You teach them etiquette. You teach them how to raise their self-esteem, to be self-confident, how to fill out job applications. You teach them everything that you are learning for life. And the only thing you charge these kids is $10 a pop. And you look for teenagers because teenagers have mothers and mommies have money. You look for the teenagers and you develop this program and you bring them in, and it only costs them $10 each session. And you run it Monday, Wednesday, and Friday from 11 to 1, 11 a.m. to 1 p.m. That is 2 hours a day. You only have to have at maximum 15 kids per group. If they're all paying $10 in that 1 2-hour setting, you have made $150 in 2 hours in 1 week. And if you did this 3 times a week, you have made $450 for working 6 hours in 1 week. So what would you have in 2 weeks? You will have $900 in 2 weeks, something that you will not make at Panera Bread because you're bringing home $300 in 2 weeks. So you have tripled the amount of money that you would have made working at Panera Bread for 40 hours. You have made that money plus more in 6 hours total in 1 week. Well, 2 weeks. So that's 12 hours. 12 hours in comparison to 40 hours. This is what I mean with my point number 4 is start to break things down in simple forms. Do not get overwhelmed. Do not think you can't do it because you can. Will it require you to do some work? Absolutely. It's going to require you to put a flyer together. It's going to require you to go network with different people to see if you can use their spot to have these these children here so you could teach them. If you are a part of a church, you might ask your pastor if you can use a room in the church 3 times a week. You may ask your pastor if you can speak to the congregation one Sunday for 4 Sundays in a row to get people to sign up. That is the easiest thing that you can do to get your clients. And once you have them and you do it great, they're going to tell other people about you. You're going to create raving fans, and they're going to return that by blessing you with not only money, but with referrals to other people. And your business will grow from there. You have to start small, but you have to get started. This is point number 5. Everything starts with a thought and a vision. You must think that you can do it. You must be able to envision it in your mind that you can be a teacher, for example. She has the thought there. She has the thought there. She might just need a little bit of help honing in on her vision, but it's there. And since I was able to break it down for her in such simple form, she said to me, oh my gosh, I never thought of it that way. I said, you can do this. You do not have to rely on the system to give you a college education so that you can go work at a school system in a bureaucracy and then find out you're really not doing what you desire to do anyway. You can do this on your own. As long as you limit yourself to believing, you need someone to validate you. You need somebody to say, yes, you are a teacher because I gave you a degree and I made you a teacher. As long as you need that, you're never going to live your life abundantly. You're never going to fire your boss. You have to know that there are multiple ways to skin a cat. There are multiple ways that you can look at a situation and be able to profit for it. So I say that to say to you, feed your vision daily. Every day, feed your vision. I went to Panera Bread every day for lunch and I fed my vision. I want you to not be afraid to talk to those who are living their life, who is doing it successfully. Yes, some of us are really, really busy and we may not get back to you, but that's not all of us. As long as you're bold enough to reach out to somebody, to talk to them so that they can pour into you, do it. Sometimes you're going to have to pay for that kind of help, but who cares? It's an investment into yourself and it's going to get you 1 or 2 or 10 steps closer to firing your boss. And the last thing I'm going to say to you guys is to never, ever give up. Keep the dream, keep the vision, and keep focused. As long as you limit yourself, as long as you believe you will not be successful, you won't. Look at things 101 ways before you make a decision, but do not stay stuck in a paralysis mode where you're overanalyzing everything. It's so easy to start your own business. What's not easy is to maintain it if you are the only one doing it and you don't have any support. But as long as you get started, I'm sure the universe will give you everything you need along the way in order for you to be successful. Okay, guys, I'm out. That is less than 15 minutes. I love you all, and I'll speak to you soon. Be blessed.